So as I'm sure many of you are aware, as a content creator here on YouTube, I get a lot of emails to review different kinds of products. And quite honestly, I do turn a lot of them down, even the high ticket items, because I don't think you'd find them very interesting. But every now and then I'll get one that's, oh yeah, okay, yeah, definitely send me one of those. I'll be happy to share that with my viewers. And even small things. And today I have one of those products. So today I'm going to show you this rapid travel battery charger from llano, and it's for the Sony FZ100 batteries. So if you have a Sony A7R4, Sony A7IV, Sony A7R5, etc., you know, most of the modern Sony cameras do use this battery now. And their main claim here is that it will charge the batteries twice as fast as other chargers. So we're going to put that to the test. And also, it has a lot of other nice design elements and features that I want to show you. All right, now let's take a closer look at the charger itself. I think it's really a handsome design. It's very well made, and the outside here has kind of a rubberized texture, so it feels very secure in your hand, and it's not going to just kind of slip out. And this is a travel charger in the truest sense, because the batteries actually go inside here underneath this magnetic lid. So you put the batteries in here, you close this, and the batteries are not going to fall out. So you can just kind of throw this in your bag or on the seat of your car, whatever. Unlike a lot of third-party chargers, the batteries are kind of exposed and sitting outside of the charger, right? And a lot of times they can wiggle loose a little bit and then your batteries aren't charging. And that's been sort of the most common problem I've had with other chargers is I have to make sure the batteries are seated very well inside, and then I have to make sure it doesn't move while it's charging. But with this one, once you close that lid, the batteries stay nice and secure, and they're not going to get bumped or knocked out of the charger. The other thing is we have a USB-C port here, and this is where the magic is, because this is a PD compatible USB-C charger. So when you plug in a power supply that is PD compatible up to 18 watts, it'll charge the batteries at a full 18 watts. And that's where it's able to charge your batteries twice as fast. And then on the front here, we have a dual display that just kind of shows you the power levels of each battery, and I'll talk more about this later. But yeah, overall, I really like this. And then, oh yeah, one last thing is they have an additional slot here for a spare SD card. So if you ever forget to bring memory cards with your camera, Lord knows I've done that many times, you can always keep a spare in here, so that you won't be out in the field without a memory card. And of course, this has all the latest protections for charging your battery, like overheating, overcharging, overcurrent, short circuiting, etc. So your batteries will be nice and safe while it's charging. And I noticed while they were charging that the batteries got just slightly warm. They never got hot to the touch. So that's also a very good indication that it's not charging the batteries too fast to kind of burn them out sooner or shorten their battery life, but not so slow that you're waiting forever. So let's talk about the charging results that I got with this, and then I'll wrap this up. So basically what I did for testing is I used the camera until the battery is fully depleted and it wouldn't turn on anymore, and I got the little message here, battery depleted. Then I took the batteries out and I put one battery in here, the Sony OEM original battery, and I started charging it. I also attached a USB-C tester that shows me the wattage and voltage and everything going into the charger from the power bank. And what it showed me is that this was in fact drawing the full 18 watts to charge that single battery. And it took 2 hours and 20 minutes to charge that battery, which is actually faster than what the manufacturer's claiming this can charge. They claim like 2.8 hours, which is what, 2 hours and 50 minutes. But I charged a fully depleted battery in 2 hours and 20 minutes. And on the USB-C tester, I noticed that I was getting between 16 and 20 watts. It kind of fluctuated a little bit depending on where it was in the charging process. But this was charging at the full rate at 18 watts for the most part. And then for the next test, I took 2 third-party batteries and I put them in here and see how long that took. And on average, it was taking just about 3 hours to fully charge 2 batteries at the same time. So, quite a bit longer, but still half the time it took when I put these batteries in another charger. Because when I used my original charger, my other third-party charger, it was drawing only about 8 watts. and it was cycling between 0 and 8 watts. It didn't stay at a constant 8 watts like this one did. And to charge a single battery, it took 5.5 hours to charge a single battery. And to charge 2 batteries, it took a little over 6 hours. So definitely this is a huge time saver and much faster than most third-party generic chargers. Now I want to go into a little bit of the fine print of actually using this. When you have the batteries in here and you push this little button here, it'll give you a percentage on the front of the charge of each battery. So right now it's reading, say, 100% each. However, I found this not to be very accurate. This 100%, the batteries could actually be between like 80 and 100%. You really don't know, so just use this as a guide. Another example is the batteries were reading 38% in my camera, but then when I put it in here, it was reading like 21%. And I think that's because it's just doing sort of a passive check on the battery level by checking the voltage of the battery inside, and that's not a reliable way to check the battery level. However, when you plug this in to a PD power supply, the battery level is a lot more accurate. It still doesn't match what I get in the camera, but when it's charging, it's more of an active approach to checking because it's actually measuring the resistance it's getting during the charging process. And that's a much better way to check the actual battery levels of the battery. All right, the other thing is you don't have to use a PD power supply to charge the batteries. You can plug this into your laptop, you can plug this into a generic wall charger, what have you, that is not PD compatible, for example, but the charging rate is going to drop to a slow charge, and it's going to take 5-6 hours to charge the batteries. So if you want the fast charging, you have to use a PD compatible power supply of at least 18 watts. However, it does tell you if it's charging at the faster rate or the slower rate. You don't need to have one of those USB-C testers like I have. Basically what it'll do is you'll see a little green lightning bolt here on the display, and if it's solid green, it's charging at the high speed charging rate, meaning that you have a PD power supply plugged in at 18 watts, it's going to be charging at the full high-speed rate. If you plug in anything else, a generic charger, or plug this into your laptop, this green lightning bolt will start blinking, and that will tell you that it's charging at the slow rate, and it's going to take 5 or 6 hours to charge your battery. The other thing is this has no battery of its own to charge your Sony batteries. It has to be plugged in to charge the batteries. And that's to be expected. Now, I was told that they are coming out with one that will have a battery built in to be able to charge your Sony batteries without being plugged in. I don't know what the capacity is or how many times you can recharge. So when that comes in, I'll let you know. Now, the charger also comes with this nice little carry case and a PD compatible charging cable and a little lanyard. Now, it doesn't come with a wall charger, so you're going to have one already. I'll put a link down to one that I use that I think works really well with this device. So I really like this charger, if not just for the form factor alone. I mean, just having this closable lid allows me to just kind of drop this into my camera bag, and I don't have to worry about the batteries falling out. And if I have it charging on my car seat, for example, I don't have to worry about the batteries kind of working themselves loose because they're external to the charger. And just pushing the button and just doing a quick check on, the general battery life or levels of the batteries. These things are really nice little touches. And then never mind the fact that it charges things twice as fast. So I can have 2 fully charged batteries in 3 hours, which means that, I can use my camera for about 3 hours, and that's about all it lasts if I'm doing a mixture of photo and video. I'll know that I'll have 2 more fully charged batteries ready to go, and I can just kind of rotate them all day long and never run out of battery life. So again, I'll have my affiliate links down below with all the latest pricing and discounts, and any purchase you make helps support the channel, which is greatly appreciated. I hope you liked this review. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.